Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back over at the house, and what I really want to do today is just tie up some loose ends. We finished a lot of the paint last week. We got the kitchen counters painted. So if you missed that video, go watch it. I'll link it down below. But we hung some beautiful wallpaper in the laundry room that I'm so excited about. I cannot wait until that laundry room is put together, because I just have like a whole vision for it that I cannot wait to see come together. So I'm probably gonna work on the shelves in this video. I still need to go get the wood for those. But my plan is to just buy some boards from Lowe's, stain them, and I got some brackets from Amazon that I will hang up on the wall, and that'll be a really easy shelf DIY. And I'm thinking I want to do 2 of those. So anyways, that's probably going to be in this video, but I also need to, probably not today, but in the next day or 2, clean these cabinets. I need to scrub them really good inside and out. I need to take my vacuum cleaner to them. Also need to do a little bit of a cleanup. We need to get, empty paint cans and the brushes and rollers and stuff out. And I also want to go ahead and paint the kids' dresser, the one that's in Kane and Ray's bedroom. It's white, but it is like really dingy, and so I'm just gonna give that a fresh coat of probably white paint for now. I'm trying to keep the room pretty gender neutral, so I think I'm just gonna paint the dresser white, probably alabaster or this pure white, since I already have that on hand. So I want to get that done. But yeah, this video is just going to be tying up the loose ends. I need to go through and touch up the areas of paint that we missed. I have noticed in some rooms, as I'm just walking through the house, just places on the wall that need to be gone over one more time. I can do that very easily with a brush. So this room, and I talked a little bit about this in the last video, but I think this is going to be the new dining room. That's what a lot of you have suggested that I do, and I think that is a really good idea. I'm gonna have all of these floors ripped out. We're gonna have hard floors throughout, so I think this would make more sense to have the dining room there, since it's more open with the kitchen. And we also have the sliding glass doors there, and I eventually do want to have a deck outside of those glass doors. So if we're gonna be out there grilling, it just makes more sense to have this be the dining room, because everything's right here. The kitchen, the sliding glass doors, the grill would be right out those doors, and it just makes more sense. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for this room. And then I will turn the old dining room into, I'm probably gonna do like a office / classroom. Since I do homeschool, this will kind of be like a designated homeschool area. We have decided, my mom and I, because she wants a smaller dining room table, she'll take this one, and I need something bigger anyways. We've decided just to trade tables. So I will fix this one up for her. I'll paint it, recover the chairs, whatever she wants done to it, and then we will trade. So that's the plan with the table. Also, my friend Sandy, she's one of my sweet subscriber friends. I met her through my YouTube channel. She was getting rid of this sofa table. She asked me if I wanted it. I think I'm gonna leave it the color that it is. I might try to do something with those scratches. Maybe I can find something to go over those, or I can just add baskets. That's the ultimate plan anyways, is to put maybe 3 baskets, and I may actually use it as a sofa table, or I might put it somewhere else. I'm not sure what room this is gonna go in yet, but I was kind of thinking about my living room setup. I do want a sectional, and I was thinking first I would have the sectional go along those 2 walls there, L-shaped, but I'm kind of thinking I might want to close this off as more of a living room, since we're going to have this be the office / classroom. I might just take my couch and run it here, and then like that, or I might have it run this way and then along that wall. That might work. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and then we'll put the TV over there, because we do have a router box and everything over here, and if I put the TV here, it'll hide all of that. I'll have a TV stand to put all of that stuff on, all of these cords. Coming together fast. This whole thing is going faster than what I thought it was gonna go. I thought I would be in here for months painting and getting it fixed up and ready for floors, but I'm just about done. I'm just waiting on the floor people to come and do what they gotta do, and then I think I'll be ready to move in. So this is going a lot faster than what I initially thought, but I'm glad. I mean, I'm excited because I really want to be in here decorating for fall and Christmas. The goal is for sure to be decorating for Christmas in this house. Also, something else that I wanted to do sooner rather than later is to go ahead and have security cameras put in. Having security cameras just makes me feel better. I'm able to see at all times who is on my property, and even when I'm not home, I can just look on my phone and I know who is here and when. So the camera that I went with is the Litokam Smart Cam M1, and I have this one installed at my front door, but I'm gonna be installing this one at my back door. It's the kind that you just screw right into your light fixture outside, so I'll be installing that. But I am loving this M1. It has so many cool features. The imaging is crystal clear. With this camera, you get 4MP, which is an upgrade from the 1080p. Also, what I really love is that you have the option to have color and night vision, so it's not just black and white. It's a durable and tough camera with an IP65 waterproof rating. Also, what I really like about having a camera is not just for criminals, but also I can see my kids when they're outside playing. I can see my animals, and it also has two-way communication. Hey, can y'all hear me? And to also say something does happen on my property, I have video evidence, which is crucial. The Litokam M1 is perfect for residential or commercial. It can be used with Amazon Echo or Google Home. You can link it to those. I did this because I was getting notified of every like little bug that went by, or if my dog was outside walking, I was getting notified. I just set it to human detection, so I would only be notified if an actual person was in my yard. I even have it on a timer where the light will come on at a certain time every evening, and then in the mornings I'll have it to where the light switches off. So I don't even worry about turning my front porch light on and off because I have the light on the camera and it automatically comes on by itself. So if you guys are interested in the Litokam M1, I'm gonna have it linked down below in the description box, and I'll also go ahead and link this one as well. I'll be working on getting that installed. I have since hooked the S1 camera up at the back of the house, and I'm loving it. It was so easy. It just screws right into the light fixture, and so now I have a view of the backyard as well. Wanted to share those with you guys, and also to thank Litokam for sponsoring today's video. But we are going to go ahead now. I think I'm going to go ahead and seal those countertops so that'll have time to sit, and it'll also need to cure for a few days. And I might go ahead and paint the kids' dresser. I wanted to invite you, if you are just joining us on this mobile home makeover series, to watch the other videos that I have on this. This is about the 4th one now. I have a whole playlist down below in the description box where you can go back and watch everything that we have done so far. But basically, I'm getting this home ready to move into. So right now I'm trying to get all of the paint and everything done before they come put in new floors. I've definitely got to have some new floors before I can move in. I also will need to get new appliances, but I'm going to hold off on that until after the floors are put in. But that's basically what's going on here, in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing. In last week's video, I had painted these countertops black, so that's why I'm having to go in and seal them with some poly just to make sure that it's nice and sealed. And if you are just joining us and you haven't seen the home before all of this paint and everything, I do have a home tour in that playlist. I think it's the first video actually. In that playlist, you can see the home before we put any paint on the walls or done anything to it. Alright, so I got 1 coat of poly on the counters. I'm going to let that dry, and I think I'm going to do at least 1 more, but I might do 2 more coats just to make sure they're really sealed. It did scare me at first because when I applied it, it looked really milky, but it looks like it's dry and clear. And I also kept going over it to get all those air bubbles out. It was leaving a lot of air bubbles, but it's looking good. So I'm going to let that dry probably for a good hour, and then I'll come back and put another coat. Let me show y'all the dresser that I want to paint. So this is going to be Kane and Ray's dresser. As you can see, it is really dingy looking. This I can't get off. I'll have to get the scraper to get that, but yeah, it just needs a fresh coat of paint. I also need to get new pulls.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight.
Don't ask me why I did not take these drawers out before I started painting. I was having total brain fog this day. Talked about this primer many times on my channel, but I like it because you don't have to sand. You just apply this to whatever you want to paint. There's so many things you can put this on, and that way you don't have to sand before you apply your paint. So I did 2 coats of this primer, and then I will just do 1 coat of the paint. And I did also go ahead and order some knobs from Amazon. They're just a natural wood look.
Shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow, hold you in my arms, won't let go. The world around could pass us by, a thunderstorm, a lightning strike, as we hold each other tight. You're the rose.
All right, I got 2 coats of primer on that. I'm gonna let that set for a little while. In the meantime, I have some blinds that I want to get hung up in my bedroom. I went with the faux wood blinds from Walmart. It's the Mainstays, no, not Mainstays, Better Homes and Garden brand. Y'all, these blinds are so expensive, but I'm really banking on never having to buy blinds again. They're supposed to be really good quality. I know the cheap ones, they break really easy, especially with the sun beaming in on them. They just dry rot, and I know I'm gonna have to spend more money on those over time. So I went ahead and did faux wood.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive, and the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that we
little bit of time left this evening, so I wanted to try to go ahead and get all of this poly done on the counters. I ended up doing 3 coats total. So on the second coat now, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and do a 3rd coat. And then I took a little break to eat some dinner, and then I came back and finished up the kids' dresser. So that was all I got to on this day. The way that I have been making this work is by doing a little bit each day. I might not get over here to the house until evening like on this day, but I still made time to get over here and get a couple of things done. I will say that it does get a little challenging with homeschooling and everything else that we have going on in life. Even if I'm just here for an hour doing a couple of small things, I try to come at least once a day. So that's kind of how I've been doing it. And I also do have Adrian to help me. He helps me when he's off work, so that has been a big help as well.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
Y'all, this is where I realized it will totally make things easier if I just take these drawers out so I could paint behind the drawers. Like I said earlier, I was having total brain fog. I don't know why I didn't think to do that sooner, but now we took those out and it was much easier to paint there behind the drawers. And also, while I had this paint out, this is the pure white color that I decided to go with on the dresser, I went ahead and touched up the fireplace. It needed another coat on that, so I did that. And then I also needed to touch up the trim around the sliding glass door, so I went ahead and got that while I had the pure white color out.
I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way.
All right, y'all, it's the next day and it is a Saturday, so I was able to get over here pretty early in the day. That's something else I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about how I'm time managing all of this. I come a lot on the weekends, and that's when I do most of my work. And then through the week, I try to do little things, you know, a little bit each day. So today I am focused on getting all of this mess cleaned up. I really just got this, what's going to be the dining room, and also the kitchen. I got those 2 rooms pretty clean. I still need to clean up the dining room, but I got all of this trash out, and in a second, we are going to start scrubbing these cabinets inside and out. I've got to take the vacuum cleaner to them and vacuum out all the crumbs, and I'm going to scrub those down inside and out. The goal is to not have to repaint these cabinets. I don't want to have to repaint them, and there were some stains on the fronts of the cabinets. I was able to get most of them off, but I'm still working on some of them. So if they don't come off, then I may have to repaint those areas. So just trying to salvage as much as I can without having to repaint.
Wasted money on cures, forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free, then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll say memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead.
So what I'm doing right now is getting all of these outlet covers here in the kitchen back on, and I noticed they were a lot cruddier than the ones throughout the rest of the house. I guess because it's, you know, they're in the kitchen, they just naturally get a lot cruddier. So what I did is I soaked those in some hot bleachy water for about 15 minutes and then wiped them off, and they came clean. So I'm going to get those back on, and then we are going to get to scrubbing out these cabinets.
Hoping to find something to bring back better times. Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead, but time is running out. Time is running out.
Alright, so to clean these cabinets, I've got a bowl of water here. I'm just adding in a splash or two of Fabuloso, and I'm going to use a microfiber cloth. I'm just going to wipe those inside and out. And I sped through this. I didn't want to bore you guys with too much cabinet cleaning, but on this day, all I got were the top ones. And as I'm cleaning them, I'm also leaving the doors open so that they can air out. The cabinets had a little bit of a stale kind of smell to them, so after I cleaned them, I just wanted to leave those doors open so they could air out for a few days. And then the next day when I came back, I was able to get the bottom ones done. I didn't film any of that. I figured you guys had probably seen enough cabinet cleaning.
Can't be over now. Time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over now. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out. If only I had listened for a while, I would have told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left, I could feel it grow, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul, and getting harder. It was never under my control, you know. I see the door you closed is open wide, and a better version of me inside. Let me in, let me stay there for a while. I feel it now when I see that smile, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul.
All right, so the kids' dresser is dry. It's ready to be put back together, so I'm going to do that really quick. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a cleanup in here. They had toys scattered, so I'm going to get all those toys picked up, and I want to hang the blinds here in their room. I've got some blinds for Kai's room we're going to do as well, and I also want to go ahead and put new mattress protectors over their mattresses. I was going to wait and just keep the old ones on there for now, but the old ones have tears in them, so I decided to go ahead and change those out, put the new ones on, so that way the mattresses were fully protected. I'm really hoping that they will come pretty soon and do the floors, But as of right now, the time that I'm filming this voiceover, I still haven't heard from them, so I'm just waiting patiently. Also, in the video where we were moving these bunk beds around, some of you had commented and let me know that we were supposed to switch out the headboards and the footboards. So we still got to do that, but right now I'm just happy to even have the beds in the room because of how much trouble we had with the beds to begin with. So we still got to switch those, but that'll probably come when we move in. Right now it's just not a priority.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
I may still move this bookshelf. I haven't really decided yet, but for the time being, I just have it here in front of the window, and I am going to go ahead and straighten this up, go through these books, have a lot of Dr. Seuss and the Berenstain Bears and, you know, all of the classics. So I wanted to keep all of these books, but I do want to get them organized, so I just categorized them by Dr. Seuss, Berenstain, and then we had some Disney books.
It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Really loving these blinds. I think they're going to hold up so much better than those cheap flimsy ones. So y'all cross your fingers that I never have to buy blinds again, at least not for a very long time. So I'm going to go on into Kai's room really quick and get some blinds hung up in his room. The only two places I still need to hang are in the living room and also the old dining room. I'm kind of having to budget for this stuff as I go, so I just got all the bedrooms done for now. And then I also need to get some kind of blinds to go in front of the glass doors. I don't like those being open, so I need to get something for those. So it is another new day in this mobile home makeover, and I am heading into Lowe's to pick up some wood because today I'm going to be working on my laundry shelves. I was so excited about this. They turned out really good and they were really easy. So I got 2 of these boards here, and I also picked up some stain to make them the color that I wanted. It's not going to be much of a difference, but I did want more of like a richer, deeper color than what it was. So I'm going to be hanging them here above the washer and dryer. And my plan for these shelves is to serve as laundry storage. The closet here to the left of the washer and dryer is just a utility closet, so we keep tools and paint and stuff like that in there, AC filters, things like that. So there's not really any room for laundry products. And I just wanted you guys to be able to see the color difference here with the stain versus without the stain, because it's really hard to tell if you don't see them side by side. So the plan for these shelves, I want them to be functional, but I also want them to be pretty. So I will probably add some baskets to hold laundry products that maybe I don't use that often, but I still need. And I did decide to go ahead and do 2 of them. I got these brackets from Amazon, and for now I just did 1 on each end of the shelf, but I am going to go back and add a 3rd there in the middle of each shelf just for extra support.
this drive around. Get both feet on some solid ground. I'm gonna fill this bucket up to the top. Fill this bucket up. I'm gonna fill this bucket up to the top. Fill this bucket up. Take a call with an old friend. Get the guts to start over again. You gotta lose to be ready to win. Just enough to fill this bucket up to the top. Fill this bucket up. I'm gonna fill this bucket up to the top. Fill this bucket up. Gonna fill this bucket up to the top. Fill this bucket up. Gonna fill this bucket up to the top. Fill this bucket up.
Y'all, I am obsessed with these shelves. I do still need to seal them with some poly, so I'll do that on a later day. But I was glad to get those hung. I also included a little clip of the yard. They had came out and cut the grass, so it was looking really good out here. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your butterfly emoji down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.